everyone, and welcome to another workout. Today is going to be a strength and cardio timer-based workout. With me for equipment, I have my sandbag, medium, heavy, and light weights, as well as a resistance band that I'm going to use for my legs. We are going to start with a 30-second on, 30-second on warm-up, and our first move is going to be yoga burpees. So, coming up, breathing in deeply, swan diving forward, plant your hands, jump your feet back, coming down into a push-up, upward dog, and then down to downward dog. And repeat, jumping those feet in, raising up for a big deep breath, diving back down, planting those hands and feet, jump back, push up, upward dog, downward dog. Our second move is another plank or ab type move. And what we're going to do is inchworm. So coming down from the back of your mat, walking your hands forward. And when you're down in plank, lift one leg, lift the other, really engaging those glutes. Coming on all the way up for a deep breath. We have 10 more seconds of this round. Coming down, lift one leg, lift the other, walking it back up to touch the ceiling. Now, coming down into a runner's lunge, which is a nice deep lunge, planting one hand, twisting the chest towards the knee, really opening up and stretching. Now we're going to bring our hands down, one leg back, one leg forward. Again, twisting through the core. You're doing a great job. Keeping that butt down, abs in, and then we'll step it forward. The next move again is a yoga-inspired move. Knees together, feet together, coming down to a squat. Twisting through the waist, opening up, holding that move, coming up to a stand, back down, and twisting through the other side. That twist should be coming through your core and not simply your back. Up one more time, down on the other. We have another move. We're going to get our heart rate up a little bit, starting with a run with some arm circles. So, taking those legs up, getting full range of motion with your arms going around for the halfway mark. So now move your arms in the other direction. Here we go. 10 more seconds. Then we're going to go in to jacks. Again, just kind of starting to get that body warm and that heart rate up. You don't have to give it 100% right now. And I'm going to do in and out arms. Together, apart, together, apart. When the timer goes, we will have 30 seconds to get all set up for our first strength move. Our strength intervals are going to be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and we're going to start with a hip thrust. I am grabbing my sandbag, bringing it over next to my elevation. I'm going to rest my back against my bench. I'm going to put my sandbag over top. We have 10 seconds. Make sure everything is comfortable. Great. All right. 3, 2, 1. Back planted, feet nice and strong, and really going for that full range of motion. This movement at the top should focus on your glutes, keeping those glutes nice and strong, actively clenching them at the top with your glutes. It can be easy to use some of the bigger muscles, like your hamstrings and your quads, so you want to make sure that at the top you're getting that nice squeeze. We're going to be repeating this move again, but before we do, we'll have a 30-second cardio break. So the way this workout is set up is it's 50 seconds on of a weighted move, 10 seconds off, 30 seconds on of a cardio move, 10 seconds off. So, our first move is going to be shoulder tap jack. So down into a plank, tap your shoulder, jack your feet twice. Shoulder tap, jack, jack. Going to come around to the side here so you can see that my butt's down, my abs are in, shoulder tap, jack, jack, shoulder tap, jack, jack. Trying to keep those hips nice and stable when you're doing the shoulder taps so that you really have a strong core and are working the abs and arms. Bringing that weight back up to your knees, back up to your elevation, and back into those hip thrusts. With a hip thrust, you have minimal movement through your upper body. You want to focus that movement through your glutes and legs. If you want a little bit more, you can add a pulse at the top. When you think of a pulse, what I want you to do, instead of thinking of coming down and up, think about going up just a little bit more. Always focusing on that upward motion. We have 10 more seconds, and then we'll transition back into those shoulder tap jacks. I'll also show you a variation if you're looking to make that move a little bit harder. Moving my weight out of the way. So, nice strong core, shoulder tap, and if you want, you can bring it down into a push-up jack. Shoulder tap, or simply jack the feet. It's up to you what it is you would like to work on in this workout. So choose your own adventure. Whoops. Shoulder tap, jack, jack. All right, our next move is just going to be a straightforward squat, grabbing your weight. You can use a weight like this, or you can use dumbbells. If you're using your sandbag, backload it. If you're using free weights, you can hold them down at your side, or for a bit more of a challenge, hold them up in a front load. This is going to engage your abs and your arms as well. The sandbag will do the exact same thing. The reason why I'm choosing to do a sit back squat is because I find it keeps me honest in my range of motion. And by that, I mean, I don't cheat and go down just this far. I know that I'm doing a fairly good range of motion with every squat. All right, I'm going to quickly demo the next move. It's going to be a seated squat jump around to an elevated push-up. Feet in, turn around. Seated squat jump around, down to that push-up, around, and you can even make that seated squat into a turn, doing it all in one fluid movement. Great work, everyone. For this round, I'm going to choose to backload. So, to get my weight up, I'm squatting down, flipping it up, putting it overhead, and loading it on to the meaty part of my shoulders. By that, I mean, don't put it on your neck so that it's compressing your spine. You want to aim for kind of where your shoulder blades meet up, and there's a nice muscle for it to rest on. This is a little bit more challenging since it's a heavier weight. You're still getting some arm involvement because you're holding that weight up, and you're also getting lots of ab movement as you try to stabilize that weight. And you're doing great. 5 more seconds. And we're going to safely bring that weight down, and we're back to the squat, jump, push-ups. Around, out into nice tight plank, push up, back in, around, sit. Explode up, down, push up, back to sitting. And you can go as fast as you can, maintaining good form, or slow and steady. You can even walk it out if that feels better. Okay, we are on to our next move, which is a single leg deadlift. So, I'm going to start with my free weights, planting my right foot, lifting that back foot, coming down, and really tightening up through the core and my back to pull up that weight. So down, up, nice and tight. You want to be focusing on your glute and hamstring to pull up the weight. If your weight is heavier or you're losing balance, you can lightly place this toe down at the back, and that will help you keep your balance as you lift and lower that weight. Kind of going with a range of motion where you can feel it. You don't necessarily have to go down to the ground if your flexibility doesn't allow for it. Next, we have switch lunges. So this is a plyometric move, coming back into a nice lunge, exploding up to switch. Exploding up to switch. I have 2 yoga mats down here today so that I can demonstrate in both directions depending on the move. The downfall of that is when I land where the 2 yoga mats meet, it's harder to keep my balance. All right, coming into the second round of those deadlifts, this time planting your left foot. If you're using your sandbag, you want to have shoulders back, abs in, lower it down, and lift it back up. I'm going to show you from the side. Please note, shoulders back, abs in nice and tight, coming down and trying to maintain those shoulders back and abs in. What I mean by that is I don't want you hunching over like this, because you're going to risk doing injury to your back. Roll those shoulders back, tuck those abs in, coming down and up. Where this weight is a little bit heavier, I'm going to set my foot down, whereas with the dumbbells, which were about 10 pounds lighter, I was able to do the balance. All right, we're back to those fun switch lunges. Coming down into that nice solid lunge, switching it out, switching it out. If you need this to be easier, you can step back lunge, picking up the pace. If you need it to be harder, you can pick up the pace, pick up your range of motion, or if you're feeling frisky, add a jump in. Those are your options. Okay, we are going on to a banded move. So I'm going to place my band on my legs, just above my knee. I'm going to squat down nice and low, then step back, step out. Really feeling it through here. Step back, step out. If you do not have a band, I want you to backload your weight and come down into the same squat hold, step out. You're really going to feel it in that standing leg if you're doing the back hold for sure, because you're staying down for the full 50 seconds. The next move we're going to do, we're going to keep the band on if you have one, and it's just going to add a little extra pizzazz. And we're going to do a toe touch each side. The band adds a little bit more resistance and makes it harder to put that leg out to the side. All right, going fast. Touch down, up. Now, I'm going to go to the side because I want you to keep that core nice and strong. So it's not a rounding through the back move. It's getting low in the leg and keeping that back nice and flat. I'd rather you go a little bit slower and keep that strong core, flat back, than speed it up with poor form. All right, switching to the opposite side, stepping out, in, back, in, out, in, back, in. It is just about Christmas here. We're a week and a half away, and I just got home from work. The snow is falling outside, the dog is napping, and it would have been really easy to just sit on the couch, curl up with a book, but it'll feel even better to know that I've got up and moved my body. I'll be full of energy, hopefully, for the evening to come. The dog and I have already been out for a couple of walks today. I don't know about you, but I'm really feeling it in that standing leg. All right, so we're going to be on to that cardio move, which is the touchdown. Legs out, thinking about tightening those abs, bringing those shoulders back, touchdown, legs out. Going as fast as you comfortably can while maintaining good form. If you need a modification, you can step out, step in, step out, step in. You can go low and step out. You can go low and really explode in the middle. Again, whatever you want. Taking off that band, and I'm going to give you two options here. You can grab your free weights, or you can load your sandbag up to one shoulder, which is going to make your balance harder, and do a pendulum lunge. And we'll get the other leg in the next round. I'm going at a bit of an angle here so that I stay in frame and don't hit my wall. All right, I'm going to throw that down for a sec. I'm going to grab my weights and demonstrate. So, down, up, down, up. If you want, you can add a balance component in the middle, working those abs a little bit more. Down, up. Our paired move with this is mountain climbers. Everybody's favorite. So for a mountain climber, get down in a nice solid plank, then drive those knees in. Keeping that butt back. For a harder variation, go faster. For a less cardio based, you can go slower. You can change up the angle and get a bit more ab work if you want. Whatever feels good to your body. So, load that weight up on your left shoulder, or join me in grabbing your dumbbells, and we're going to pendulum on the other leg. I feel like right now, especially with talking to you guys, that having the weight up on my shoulder is asking for maybe an injury, because it's kind of a weight that I really need to be focused on my form and breathing. So coming up with that leg for that balance component, stepping far back, full range of motion, up, forward, down. Taking my time to make sure that I do have my balance and that I can do this safely without risking injury. Here we go. And we're going back in to another round of mountain climbers. Picking what you want to do, whether it's a steady run, a fast run, or again, it's kind of a slow ab movement. A variation is to do some cross legs, which will get your obliques in there a bit more, or just that steady run. I really want, again, thinking about having that core in, that butt down. No butt in the air, mountain climbers. Okay, I am going to grab a bit of a heavier weight, and we are going to do single arm snatches. All right, I'll just go with this for now. So weight down, lifting it up above your head. Staying on this one arm if you're doing this with me and weights. If you're using your sandbag, you're going to have both hands down, flip, and then overhead push. Those are your options. You have 25 seconds left. Let's get it done. This is a great full body movement. Feeling it in my core, my legs, and my arm. You can often go a little bit heavier with this movement because you're getting some momentum from those legs. Our move that we're pairing this with is a squat, coming down, jumping out to a bear crawl, jumping in, squatting up, down, bear crawl, squatting up. For the bear crawl hold, what you want is to have about an inch between your knees and the floor, and just hold it there for a sec with a strong core and strong legs. Again, another great full body movement. So, the way we're going to go into that snatch again, other arm. The way this workout is designed, the first 5 moves or 10 minutes were leg focused movements. Now we're moving into upper body movements, and towards the end we will be looking at about 3 rounds or 6 minutes of ab strength movements. You don't necessarily need to do a lot of ab specific movements because our abs are used to stabilize our whole body. We're engaging them whenever we do these types of movements. So for example, that movement there, where it's full body, definitely targets your abs. All right, down to a bear crawl, up to a squat jump. Down to the bear crawl, up to the squat jump. Down, again, back nice and flat, abs in. They're a very important team member. Jump up, down for another hold, jump up. Okay, preparing for our next move. It's going to be a staggered push-up or a fly. For the staggered push-up, put one hand on your sandbag, one on the ground, and come down for a push-up, staying on one side. For those of you with free weights, join me on the floor with a chest fly. So thinking about slow and controlled movements. Don't just let the weights fall. You want to be slow and controlled on the way down and the way up. You can engage your glutes and your core a little bit more by lifting up into a glute bridge. When you're doing this, press down through your feet, press up through the butt, and pull in those abs towards your belly button, towards your spine. So we've now turned this in to a full body movement. Coming back to that in a sec, we are going to do some angry donkeys. An angry donkey, we're going to start by jumping up, clicking our heels, plant your hands, come up from behind, click those heels. So up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, another full body burner. If you have any trouble through your wrists, I have a history of problems with my wrists, you can make a fist, keeping those wrists straight when you come down. I'm going to take a minute and fix my shoelace before going down into those flies with you. Here we go. Back down on our back, feet planted, glutes raised, abs in, and then lowering those weights down and up. Keeping those hips nice and high, slow and controlled through my flies, really working those arms. For some of the other ladies out there, you might be like me and find your upper body is a bit of your weak point. So I try to work my upper body so that I can better support heavy weights when working my lower body. Here we go. Setting those weights safely out of the way for your sandbag, and we're going into, again, those angry donkeys. So, we are jumping up to click, coming down, feet up, landing nice and soft. I'll go again from the side, feet up, feet up. You're doing great. You could also call these double heel clicks, because you're clicking at the top and at the bottom. This is another prime example of a move that is working your core, even though it's not an ab specific movement. All right, we are gonna do bicep curls. Grabbing your sandbag or your weights. We're gonna stand nice and strong, curling those weights. So, I'm standing nice and straight, slight bend, abs are tucked in, shoulders are back, curling nice and strong. Minimal movement in the elbows. So you want to pick a weight where you can have lots of control versus a weight where you have to go like, ugh, to get it up. Throwing it with your back and legs. We want to focus on those arm muscles and getting them to burn. If you have picked a weight that's a little bit heavy, you can also do singles, single, double. All right, another great cardio move coming up. We're going to do in-out mat jumps. Starting at the back of your mat, we're going to jump out, in, out, in, out, in. So basically jumping on and off your mat, really sinking that bottom down on the outs. Again, not caving through the chest. We want those legs to go down. You're doing great. Let me know in the comments below if you find the strength or cardio moves more challenging. Here we go. Coming in again to those bicep curls. Slow and controlled, minimal time resting at the top and bottom. Full range of motion. Got that core sucked in. Got those shoulders back. That chest nice and proud. Here we go. Try picking a weight that challenges you. I'm going to demonstrate if you do have a sandbag, you're grabbing it by the handles and bicep curling it up. That one is a bit heavy for me. My sandbag is just over 40 pounds and I find it hard to bicep curl and to push over my head. We're going back in to those in and out jumps. Here we go. Out, in, out, in. Traveling the length of your mat, front and back. Trying not to step on any puppy dogs, any weights, any bands, and cleaning up the floor as you go, sinking back again through the big muscles in your legs. It's those big muscle groups that get the heart rate up and the calories burned. All right, we're moving on to an upright row. So an upright row, if you have a bag, you're going to grab it, row it up, or if you're like me, you're going to grab slightly lighter free weights, plant those feet, core in, shoulders back, rowing up to your chest. Making sure you're taking your time rowing up and down. Don't throw the weights, arching the back, keeping a nice, strong, steady rhythm. Again, if your weight is a little bit heavy, try 1, 1, 2. You're doing a great job. Burning out that upper body. All right. Grab a quick drink of water if you need one. We're going to go into a long jump, jumping the length of your mat, landing softly, running it back. Jump, landing softly, running it back. You can start down in a squat, get more power if you want. Running it back. Here we go. Running it back. Great work, everyone. Grabbing the weights or sandbag again, whatever it is you'd like, and going in to those upright rows, slow and controlled. From the side again, we got our shoulders back, belly in, up and down. Starting to feel that burn, hopefully, engaging that full upper body. So I have good news. We are over halfway done this workout. I hope you're having fun, that your heart rate's up, that you're sweating. I think you're doing a great job. I am definitely breathing heavy. About now, I'd be happy to join Ava in her fluffy little bed. All right, take a deep breath. We're going into those long jumps, run back again. Here we go. Long jump, run back. Trying, if you have room, to really challenge yourself with the distance. I'm limited by my equipment and the length of my room, but this is one of those kind of fun athletic moves that make you feel really powerful. I was never athletic growing up, so I kind of enjoy that feeling. Next, we are going to do something a little bit different, which is a front raise, lean back. If you have your sandbag, you're going to do a simple front raise, up and back. If you have lighter weights, you can join me. And what we're going to do is keeping that core in, back straight. We're going to lean back when we front raise, and that's going to engage the hamstrings and the, drawing a blank here, the front of your legs. Nice strong muscles. This turns again a front raise into a full body movement. And again, we don't want it to look sloppy with our core bending. Nice and strong. Lean back, arms up. We have everyone's favorite cardio move for 30 seconds, which is a jogger. Foot, foot, knee, knee. So foot, foot, knee, knee. Going across the body, keeping up your pace. 20 more seconds. Great one to get the heart rate up. But again, knee, knee, foot, foot, if you need to take it down a level. Here we go. Pick it back up. Only 10 seconds left. Fabulous. That down to the floor. If you're coming with me, for those front raise, lean backs. Here we go. Front raise, lean back. Whoops. Oddly enough, losing my balance towards the front. Slow and controlled movement. Arms don't come any higher than shoulder height. Making sure you're safe and ready before you get into this movement. You can even use some of these strength movements as an opportunity to catch your breath. But hopefully you're choosing a weight heavy enough that it challenges you. If you still want to do the lean back, but your sandbag's too heavy, you can simply do it with body weight. It's actually in some ways a little bit harder because you don't have anything counterbalancing your weight as you come back. So the weights in my arms in the front raise actually help. So back to those jugglers. Keep up a steady pace. I'll let you know when we have 10 seconds left so that if you really want to dig deep and sprint to the end, you can. Nice steady pace. 10 seconds. Step on the gas. Let's go. 5, 4, 2, 1. All right. Our next move is a back row. Time to be a broken record. You're going to plant your feet, slightly bend your knees, hinge at the hips, back nice and strong, shoulders back, and pull that weight. So, making sure you roll those shoulders back and they stay in place as you lift that weight. I'm going to set mine down again for a sec. Grab my free weights, coming over, best leg bend, hinge, abs in, shoulders back. Really feeling this pinch between your shoulder blades as you lift towards your belly button. Being mindful of the muscles you want to work. If you really focus in on one key aspect, whether it's keeping your shoulders back, your stomach in as you do the movement, that will become easier and easier, and it's easier to maintain your focus. We're back to jacks. You probably remember these from the workout, the warm-up. This is a bit of a recovery cardio break. I put some of my least favorite cardio moves near the beginning, but there are still some doozies left to come. All right, grabbing your sandbag or weights. Again, whatever you like. Okay, slight bend, hinging forward, shoulders back, abs in, up, and lower. Still very much going for a slow and controlled movement. Not letting them fall back so that you're hunched over at the front either. You want to keep those shoulders back, nice and strong through the whole range of motion. I love it, guys. I'm glad you've chosen to spend your valuable time with me, and I hope that you're getting a good workout. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite move was, and we'll see if we can incorporate more in the future. So we're going back to those jacks. When you're ready, here we go. Out and in, choosing your own pace. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can do a nice deep squat at the bottom. You can step out and in. If you need it a bit easier, you can grab a set of light weights and do a press up jack. It's whatever your fitness goals are. All right, you're gonna grab a slightly heavier weight. I'm going with two 20-pound dumbbells, moving my 10 pounds out of the way, coming up into a chest press. You, of course, can do this easily with your sandbag, holding it in the same place. I am using my power blocks. My power blocks are adjustable dumbbells that, for me, go from 10 pounds up to 50 pounds. The other free weights you've seen me using today have been 10 and 15 pounds. Some of these shoulder movements I need the 10 pounds for, but I am working towards being able to use heavier weights. You're doing a fabulous job. I don't know if you guys could see there, but unfortunately I was pressing down onto the dog, which I don't think she appreciated since she was napping, but it happens. We're just going to take it to butt kickers here. So, kicking those feet back, trying to hit your butt, adding a bit more to it if you want by adding in those arms. The more you move your arms and legs, the higher your heart rate is going to go. Again, you could even grab a light set of dumbbells. The lightest ones I've grabbed for the jacks were 5 pounds. And I might grab those in my second round of cardio. This time, I'm coming down in the other direction. If you're using your sandbag, you just support it between your 2 hands and lower. Another alternative is you can do a push-up. It's up to you. This is your workout. Choose whatever feels best and whatever helps you meet your goals. Coming down, let's try nice and slow. Up nice and slow. Down nice and slow. Up nice and slow. Here we go. You guys are making great progress. 5 more seconds. Hold on to it. Safely bring those weights down. Move them so they're not in your way for your butt kickers. And away we go. Oh wait, I said I was going to grab my free weights. So again, just moving those arms, making sure my abs are in, shoulders are back. I have a broken record, but I don't want you guys to get any back or neck injuries. Could add a little bicep curl in, maybe get your tricep kick back, whatever feels good. Okay guys, we are on to a chest press leg lower. So we're still grabbing that sandbag or weight, coming down onto our backs, and we're going to lower those legs. So you can do 1 leg, 2 leg, or you can lower both legs. This is an ab-focused move, but also one where we're engaging that full body by holding those weights up. So you only want to come down as far as you can with your back, lower back, still staying glued to the floor. And again, if you're kind of between levels, you can do a single, double. Nice work. Moving those weights safely out of the way. And we're going to do a rocket as our cardio move. So stepping down and back and rocketing forward. We're going to stay on 1 leg, we will get the other leg in the next round. And so if you're coming back, down, and rocketing up. I'm gonna do it the other way, because I have a very cluttered end of my workout room. We got 10 seconds left. Really powering up through that front leg, pushing out through your toes and calf muscles. One more. Fabulous. Laying down with those weights overhead again. Waiting. Tucking those abs in, back on the floor. Leg lower, up. I am really bad for having tension in my jaw when doing movements like this. So I'm consciously working keeping that neck and jaw really relaxed. My back is starting to lift, so I'm going to go in to that modification. Trying to keep the legs straight, because then you're engaging even more muscles. Straight as you can with your flexibility, I should say. So, coming down and rocketing up the other side. This is a great dynamic movement because you're keeping your balance. You're exploding up to the sky. Whoops. I wish my room was just a couple meters longer and that I could be in frame but not hitting into the wall behind me. All right, next move is a halo. So what I'm going to get you to do is grab a light or medium weight or no weight at all. This will be too heavy for your sandbag. We're going to come up and around, coming back to the other side. If you don't have a weight, clasp your hands together and then do a great big loop like you're stirring the pot. If you're doing this one, you can try not completely releasing at the bottom, or if you're holding a weight, you can go that route as well. Think of me when you're doing this, coming over to punch you in the stomach. Not that I ever would. I want you to really draw those abs in towards your spine, so to get away from my fist. All right, we are going to go up into a jog. Whoops. This is why you gotta be careful where you put your weights. Really thinking about drawing those knees up, powering with those arms. I'm still keeping my chest up because I want to have lots of room to keep air in my lungs and not compress my internal organs. 5 seconds left. Pick up the pace. Go, go, go. You can do it. Woo. Coming back down for another round of those halo abs. So coming up, around, down, up, around, down. If you're having trouble keeping your abs in, I really want you to blow out the air at the top. By blowing out and exhaling, you're contracting your abs, because those are the muscles that we use in breathing to contract our abs. Or sorry, those are the muscles we contract when breathing to exhale. You're doing great. Picking a weight and a variation that works for you. Okay, set that weight safely out of the way so that you have room to pick up those knees and jog. Here we go. Picking up those knees Abs in, chest proud. Driving with those arms. We're just warming up. We're doing our warm-up lap around the track. And in 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna sprint to the end. The race is on. Don't let me beat you. We're the ones who drive those legs, driving those arms. Come on. You can do it. All right. Grabbing light weights. We're gonna do a boat hold chest fly. So, boat is having your legs up here, slight curve in the spine this time, but you thought I was gonna say back straight. Then, if you're able, grab those weights and fly it open. If you do not have weights, and this is too easy, try straightening those legs. If that's too easy, come down a little bit. Pick what it is you would like to work. If this is all too hard, plant 1 or 2 feet, come back into a C-sit. Again, really thinking about pulling those abs in. Then maybe lift 1 foot, then the other. Lots of variations to get that core working. So I told you we had a couple of challenging moves left. One of them is going to be a star jump. So I want you to come in to a little ball, come up into a big, beautiful star. Into a little ball, up into a big, beautiful star. If you need a modification, you can jack it out. You can do squat and leg lift, squat and leg lift. If you need a variation, you can go faster, or in the next round, I'll show you a burpee variation. Okay guys, we're coming back into those boat hold flies. Again, exhaling to really draw that stomach in. Trying to keep your face looking at your toes. Twisting your neck isn't ideal because you risk injury. Again, nice and controlled on the fly. The fly adds a little bit to the chest and arms, but it also adds a lot of depth to keeping your balance, because now you have a movement. So again, if you don't have the weights, you could still come out and think about really controlling those muscles. And I have more great news. I'm full of it today. This is our last round of cardio. You want a variation. You come up, star jump, come down, star, push up, jack. In, star jump, down, push up, jack. You pick what's right for you. Doing straight star jumps may get your heart rate up higher. Doing the burpee incorporates some more strength movements. Thank you so much for joining me today and deciding to spend your time with me and share your sweat with me. I hope you will join me again soon. Bye.